How's it going, y'all? In today's video, I'm going to show you all new NPCs and secret locations in the new Fallout 76 map expansion, which is called the Skyline Valley. You can find this whole new area at the bottom south of the map, as you guys can see here. If you want to know each and every new locations, I have an exploration video linked in the description below. Let's start with our first NPC. We have Craig, and he's located at the Skyline Drive entrance. You can find him inside of this kind of like ruined house or building, where you'll find him holding a coffee cup. Unfortunately, there's not much interaction or dialogue with him. He's just gonna say a few words.
Don't lead him here! Go away!
For the next NPC, we have Gumley. He's a robot that is located at Rapidan Camp. Rapidan Camp basically is like a vacation home for the President of the United States. I'll let you guys hear the whole dialogue and conversation with the NPC Gumley before we go on to the next NPC and secret locations.
Oh, hello there! Welcome to Rapidan Camp, the President's home away from home. You're at Rapidan Camp in Shenandoah National Park. Oh, goody! I do love answering questions about President Hoover's home away from home. It's been years since I've had anyone ask. Well, yes. President Hoover and his wife Lou Hoover built Rapidan Camp. Herbert Hoover was the 31st President of the United States of America. Welcome back. It all started with that ruckus from the Dark Hollow Manor, you see. Oh, I do hope that they're all right. They are in the thick of it after all, but according to my colleague Hemsworth, the garden is in complete chaos. This brings me a lot of joy, as I've always felt that his garden was pretty tacky and didn't deserve all those gala awards. I've always believed the man was clearly overcompensating for something, if you catch my drift. Recently, our flowers have started changing colors, just as I thought we had a chance of winning this year's gala. But now our beautiful flowers are wilting. And I'd hate to have to resort to plastic. Well, I'm Gumley, the supervisor here. But as you can see, my colleagues aren't the friendliest bunch. I try to keep the grounds in tip-top condition. But ever since we ran out of fertilizer, the sky changed color. It's almost impossible to do so. Well, maintaining the flora here at Rapidan Camp isn't about just the aesthetics. These flowers provide me and any guests a sense of normality in this chaotic world. Besides, a well-tended garden does wonders for the guests' mental health and well-being. That's something in short supply out here.
Alright, next we have the Camp Liberty, which is like a communist camp. There are no NPCs that we can interact here, however you can find dead NPCs. They seem to have been used as a target in a shooting range. It's such a brutal scene. Also in Camp Liberty, we have this small island, and there seems to be a new creature called the Commie bear. We have the legendary 3-star disease Commie bear. I definitely think this is a new creature. It looks similar like the Yao Kuai bear, but this one has a different name. It could be Bethesda is using a placeholder 3D model for this Commie bear. It could look different later on when it's released. Alright, next at the old Crimora mines. You can actually enter this mine through this entrance, and once inside, you'll find a note that contains a password. There's something in the note that is pointing to the Shenandoah Visitor Center. However, currently that location is inaccessible. Maybe Bethesda's team are currently working on this. I'm really curious to see what's inside. Alright, next at Hawksbill Weather Station, we have both NPC as well as secret location. Once you reach there, there'll be a huge yellow entrance, and there's a red button as well, which currently is not working. There's a method to bypass this. If you just click on the Hawksbill Visitor Center icon to fast travel, you'll have the option to go to the exterior, or you can go to the Vault 63 Meteorology sector. So you want to head to Vault 63, and now you've successfully bypassed that yellow door and you're inside. And if you go downstairs, there's a secret pathway, and on the left there'll be a laser grid, which I'm going to show you right at the end of this video, which is a secret location. For now, I'm going to show you the way to our next NPC, which I believe we've interacted with this NPC before in story missions, which is Audrey Stolz. I'm going to let you guys hear all the dialogue with Audrey, and after that I'm going to show you that secret location where you guys can see that laser grid earlier.
I don't have time for a long chat. I don't have a lot of time, but I can always find some to talk about my research. Where do we start? Kinda depressing thinking about my lack of free will. I think I'd prefer to talk about something else now. Well, the research we did prior to the bombs dropping is classified. And to be honest, who cares anymore? My current research is focused on the weather machine and its relationship to the Lost. That said, I'm not gonna go into that either, because we'd be here all day, and to be honest, I'm not sure that's something I want to freely discuss. Fine, the quick version then. A few years after the bombs, our residents were fighting against going feral, a complete loss of their minds. All of our research facilities pointed their efforts towards solving that, the weather machine included. By complete accident, we discovered that close proximity to the machine had a sort of reversing effect on the symptoms of feralization. Things didn't shake out as planned, though. I'm sorry. Really, this is all I'm willing to share on this. I mean it. Not like I had another choice. You've met my father. He doesn't really take no for an answer. Kinda depressing thinking about my lack of free will. I think I'd prefer to talk about something else now. Not quite. I've always been interested in nature and science. I'd spent hours watching the stars as a kid. No, what I actually wanted was to pursue astronomy. But my father needed a specialist and insisted it be a family endeavor. I was put in charge, but my team did all of the heavy lifting. I think they saw my heart wasn't in it, that I was mainly a family figurehead. I guess my research still has me looking up at the sky. That's almost astronomy, right? For sure. I suppose. Anything in particular? My parents were never very present or available, so I'm used to not having them around all the time. But between my father and my mother, I do wish it would have been him in a coma. At least my mother had some heart left. After my father was done corrupting her. It's always the good ones that we lose, isn't it? No, she is a sweetheart. Maybe a little too sweet for me. We had very different upbringings. I do envy her sometimes. Her parents actually cared. Sometimes it's hard to believe we're actually all related. For sure. Good. I'm busy anyway.
Alright, in order for you to go to this secret location with a laser grid, you need to equip your power armor because it's highly radiated. Alright, it appears to be a red laser grid which is inaccessible, so there might be a way to unlock this laser grid which will lead you to some sort of secret location, I believe. It will be part of the new quest line that you need to do before you can access this location. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video useful, be sure to hit the subscribe for more future Fallout 76 videos. This is Joe, and I'll see you next time.